Greetings, Commanders! Welcome to Kerrash Landing, the Elite Dangerous Community Show. Commander Crash here, and boy, is it good to be back in the pilot seat. I've missed you all. Hello to everyone in the chat, I can see you there. Yes, I survived Gamescom. Oh, yes, it was amazing. It was awesome. But I should move on and introduce my guest because one of the wonderful people that helped out at Gamescom I have on the stream with me tonight, it's Ambassador Marvin. How you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing great.
It's wonderful to have you on. Thank you very much for coming to the show tonight.
Oh,
Gamescom was crazy, wasn't it?
it was amazing. It was really busy and so many people. It was so hot, but it was great fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It was hot. It was busy. It was absolutely crazy. It was noisy. But it was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. And I see all the regulars in the chat. Play's getting my attention. Flaps. Oh, Shanna's Geek, yeah, I'll adjust the audio slightly on that. If the audio does seem a little bit off tonight, I've been tinkering with things. I've got a slightly different setup here. I've been working with the lighting and stuff, so hopefully that works out well. Shenray there saying, look who drove through the Frontier clothing shop. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. So, I don't know, Marvin, I don't know if you've got one of these, the hats, one of the embroidered elite hats.
I'm not really a hat guy.
See, I've wanted a good hat for a while. The last good gaming hat I had was Half-Life 2, I think. So it's about time I got a real gaming hat. Shanray's blaming Windows 10. Yeah, I do have Windows 10, but I don't think that's the cause. I've been tinkering with things. So if the microphone does sound off, it's because I've been moving everything around. Now, some of you will know that I started a new job this week, so I had to rearrange the entire desk, and it's just a mess. So if it does sound strange, please let me know and I'll up the volume on it. But Marvin, right, let's talk about Gamescom. What was your favourite thing about Gamescom?
I think it would be easy if I say the announcement of Horizons.
That's
but I think that would be easy. But I think working together with everybody, the Frontier staff, other ambassadors. It was really amazing. Getting new people to buy the game, it was so great.
Yeah, no, it was absolutely wonderful. I mean, I always say it's just great to meet up with other people who are really, really enthusiastic at the game, and we all just kind of feed off each other. We're all just kind of chatting about things we want to see, the things that we love the most in the game, and just seeing that announcement. I mean, we were late to the party. I mean, we landed the morning. I think it was just about an hour after David had made the announcement about Horizons, and then we get there and it's like, oh, he's told everyone we are actually having Planetary Landing. It's just like, oh my god, it's finally here.
People are saying you're a bit too low.
A bit too low? Okie dokie. Let's turn that up a little bit on there then. Volume is too low. Volume is too low. Let's amp up the volume. It is entirely my fault, so I do apologise for that.
they say I'm too loud and you're too low.
It's up here and down there, up here. Okay, we'll tweak that around a little bit and we'll sort that out. I was trying to get it a little bit quieter in here, but yes. But yeah, no, it was wonderful. The announcement was made. We found out about planetary landings. We had no idea what it was going to be. Wow, I say that's a lie. I had a little bit of an idea. I can say now that when I went to E3, I had a little bit of a sneaky peek preview, so I knew that they were working on it. They really did surprise me by how soon they've come out and said, "Yep, we're doing the landings." That was really this year. You're doing it? Wow! I thought at least another year away, but they are really stepping on the gas, and it looks awesome, doesn't it? The video footage we've seen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, cannot wait. Now I dropped it a little early. I'm near a conflict zone, but I was sat back about 100 kilometers away from this conflict zone and noticed I could still see the lasers zapping around. And that's one of the things I love about the game, is that the sense of scale in it is ridiculous. It's absolutely huge.
I'm currently at the atmosphereless water world.
Oh, you sound around. So I've just jumped into Super Cruise. Let me see if I can find out where you are. So you're near LTT. Planet number 1. Let's head on over there. There's a couple of resource extraction sites. Still a teaser. Yep, I'm still a teaser. Absolutely. Rega cannot wait to drive the SRV. Yes, we've all got to say SRV.
Ed was always say it is SRV, not the buggy.
SRV, SRV. They want me louder, louder, more crash, more crash.
More crash.
Let's tweak that up a little bit. I don't want to go too loud. I could whack it all the way up to maximum volume, and that would just blow everyone away. Let's try this. We'll do a boost on the microphone. Hopefully that isn't gonna just blow everyone's eardrums now when I get excited and start squealing at high pitch. But yeah, no, Gamescom was fantastic. The stand was awesome, wasn't it? With the model Cobra in the middle. Oh yeah, it was crazy. And the how many machines do we have until? Was it 24 machines? We had 12 Xboxes, 12 PCs. And then there's, all of the other things. Well, the other rooms, there was a separate private room where David was doing the press interviews. There were, I think, 4 other Xboxes set up on the Microsoft stand, so people that were just going to the Microsoft area would see the game as well. Overall, I mean, just like it says in the newsletter, this was the biggest show that Frontier has done so far, and I think they did a fantastic job of doing it. Literally tip my hat to Zach and Ed and all the guys that put that together, because it was a crazy week, wasn't it? I mean, so busy, so much going on, the live streams and just constant flow of people.
It was very loud sometimes. Raffles and live streams.
The raffles were wonderful. I mean, fantastic job that Bastian did for the raffles as well, giving the shout outs to everyone. Oh, I'm being interdicted, very rude. Terrible. But yeah, no, it was wonderful fun to just get involved with that and help out as best we could, and definitely do it all again, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
absolutely. We were all absolutely exhausted every day and just couldn't wait to sit down. But then we all come up and it's like, right, let's do that again.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh yes, Arms Like Noodles, absolutely. I mean, there's too many people to thank, but definitely Michael Gapper as well, and Joe, and Ali, and Jesse, and all of the people that helped out there. It was wonderful. There's too many people to mention, I think. Oceanus Geek, introduce the guest again. Yeah, apologies if you didn't hear me right at the start. I have Ambassador Marvin from Gamescom is in tonight to talk all about all the fun we had.
I think the stream lost.
We're losing the stream? Oh, okay. So the stream is up. Yeah, so it looks like we've just got transcoding on there, so that's just paused the stream for a few people, so you haven't missed anything. I've parked my spaceship, it's okay, I've parked my spaceship. It's still looking at the same gas giant, don't worry. No, this isn't a gas giant, this is an airless water world, isn't it?
Yes, airless water world.
Ooh, and it's got a really nice ring system around it as well. I see.
Since I'm back, I'm always looking at every system. Where are airless moons?
Airless moons. That's the wonderful thing though, isn't it? It's now Horizons has made everyone start thinking more about the exploration targets, because before everyone was like, oh, we just go for the Earth-like worlds, they're the most valuable. Everyone was looking at those as the diamonds of elite dangerous exploration sort of thing. It's going and finding those things. Now people are going to be looking around and it's like, ooh, where are those rocky airless worlds, because there might be a base on there next time I go, and there might be some really valuable goodies on there. There we go, and we have a nice ring system.
It's so great.
Oh yeah, there's so much potential it brings to the game. XRG, do the buggies, SRVs float? I don't know, good question. But then we're not going to be getting water world straight away. It's going to be the airless, rocky, icy, and what was the other one? Rocky, icy?
Metallic,
that was it. So you're going to get those 3 worlds. They're going to be mostly rough terrain, solid terrain that you can drive over. VLT LMSK, VTLMKS, the unknown artifacts. Some leak, please. I do have something to talk about on the unknown artifacts later on tonight, but we'll give it a few minutes before we get onto that, though. Oh, Shanna's Geek, you've been interdicted by a transcoding advert. Sorry for that. It is a pain. Waxman, did Kerrash say something about bases on the planet? Report the news. So yes, if you've been under a space rock for the last week. Now, we were at Gamescom and David finally announced that by the end of the year we're going to have the first Planetary Landings expansions called Elite Dangerous Horizons, and you're going to be able to go down and land on things, and there is going to be what was it? There's going to be pirate bases, so like hidden bases. There's going to be bases you can actually stop and trade with. There're going to be crash sites where you might find destroyed ships. There might be little stashes of pirate goodies floating around, that kind of thing. So many things that you're going to be able to find on these rocky worlds, and that's just the very, very beginning. Shan is geek. You still can't hear me? Oh, you had the advert. Oh, there we go. Just for Shannon, I'll put it in the text chat. You can't miss the text chat, even if there is an advert. Okay, more questions coming in. Retmock, does metallic mean both metal rich and high metal content, providing they don't have atmospheres? I don't know the exact details, but it's more to do with the type of... well, let's have a look at it. It's less about the geology and the content of the worlds. So let's have a quick look on here. I don't think we've got any rocky ones on there. So we have an icy planet with a helium atmosphere, so that's a no. We better go there. Let's see if we can find some in the galaxy map. Dobbo there saying, "Did I squee? Unknown artifact information? Squee!" Yeah, we got a little bit of a catch up there to talk about the unknown artifacts on there. I don't know if I can provide any more information, but we're just gonna have a little chat about it later on. Okay, Waxman. Planetary Landing you heard, but not that they have bases in the first release. Anyhow, can we do buggy racing soon? Yes, yes, you can race the SRVs. Ambassador Abacus is here. Greetings, Commander. Really cool if the Scarab has custom skins, that's right. Yeah, I hope it does. Oh. I really hope so.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So here we go. So I'm in the Sol system. Yeah, Mercury is a non-volcanic, no atmosphere, and it's a rocky. It's 40% rock, 60% metal. So I'm assuming, come Horizons on the initial release, we'll be able to land on Mercury. We'll be able to land on the Moon. I should hope so. Mars now has an atmosphere, so that's a no. Io is going to be out of the equation for the time being because it's volcanic. It doesn't have an atmosphere.
That's right. Volcanism is coming later in Horizons, I think.
Yeah, yeah. So Ganymede and Callisto might be possible targets. No atmosphere. Water geysers on Cladius, so that's out of the way. Rhea, Titans out of the equation. That's a shame. And I can never pronounce that one. So yeah, there's already, I mean, if you can get to the Sol system, there are literally a dozen or more targets. Good old Pluto. Yeah, you can definitely get to those, so that's... Yay! I can't wait to get down on those, but, you know, I think, was it in Frontier Elite 2? I can't remember now. I can't remember if it was Pluto or if it was in another location, but there was one planet that had a secret military base, which was quite close to Sol, so that would be a nice little touch or throwback to it, so...
Or if we would see the American flag on the moon, like...
Do you know, that was what I was thinking when we had... I was chatting earlier, I think it was Wednesday night, with Ed Lewis and some of the... some of the other streamers, Fiery Toad, Kate, and One Viger on his stream the other night. And we were talking, and I wanted to say something to Ed, but at the same time I was thinking, no, I don't want to say something and put him on the spot. But I was thinking, well, we had Voyager, so why not have the moon landing site? That would be really cool. I would love that. Ecows, you missed me doing exploration because it gave me loads of time in the chat. Yeah, I will get back to exploration at some point, but I need to get my combat rank up. So I think we'll head over and do that in a second. So Marvin, you're on my 6, aren't you? So should we head over? Are you being interdicted?
I'm accepting that.
Wing drop?
Yeah, just head over.
Okay.
I just accepted the interdiction and...
Okay, let's see if I can get closer. Oh, you're a little far away for me to help, but I will head that way.
Yeah.
I'll head that way. Any more questions coming in? Dirk D, do you think no landing in the solar system? Didn't Michael say that? Not sure, but I mean, 400 billion other star systems to land in, so.
I think David said something about when landing on Earth-like planets comes. He said that Earth is getting like a permission, I think.
That which makes absolute sense, yeah, because
Of
just
course.
like the solar system, you can't get in without a permit anyway. So. Shanray, yeah, it's got a good point there. The code would swoop in and steal the Stars and Stripes banner from the surface of the moon. Okay, you're out of the interdiction?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to head over to the... If you want to navlog to me, I'll head over to the nearest conflict zone, actually. Might as well. It's a pretty looking planet. Tistar, you are welcome to come and join us. I don't know if we're going to have space in the wing. Like I said, I got a little bit of something sorted out for in the next 10-15 minutes, so I'm hoping I can show you that. It might mean that we need wing space, but you are welcome to come over into the conflict zone. I'm not sure who we're going to fight for. We'll pick a good team in a second. So, yep, Marvin, you're on my 6, so let's head over to the high intensity zone. Ecos, yeah, very good point. OMG, I want to explore a new system, land on the airless world, and get even more reputation for taking surface samples. Exploration rules! Yeah. So yeah, that's what I've been dying to do. It's just going to be such a crazy thing. You imagine taking off from one planet, flying several star systems over, landing on another planet, and just that seamless expanse between the two. It's going to be crazy.
That's something I always looking forward when I heard about the Kickstarter and them talking about all the stuff like seamless transition.
Yeah. I mean, it takes me way back to the very first version I played on the Amiga and Frontier Elite 2. It was just mind blowing that first time that I managed to do that, just take off from that planet and go up into the atmosphere and then come back down, and like, you know, where's the loading screen? Where's the skip from 2D animation from the side to like some top-down animation or something? You know, where's the catch? You know, and it's just mind-blowing. It's really crazy. So who have we got? I think we will fight for the dragons. Yeah, if we fight for the dragons. And see if I can target you. Yep, got you. Okay, we'll get into some pew-pews. We'll try and keep an eye on the chat, and in about 10 minutes we gotta jump out of the combat zone. We've got something special arranged. So, oh, thank you there, Abacus. Yeah, we will get onto the newsletter briefly. Oh, under attack. Who's this? Oh, it's a vulture. You got my target there, Marvin, or?
I'm currently attacking a Cobra. It's
okay.
Down to 50%.
Okay, you carry on. I'll start on the vulture.
So this the week was great. I mean, we had the elite meets.
Oh, elite meet! Yeah, that was absolutely wonderful. And we got the custom skin for going there as well, which fortunately I did get, even though I wasn't really attending. I should probably explain that to people. So, what happened was I arrived at the event. I felt really, really ill. In fact, I was sick there on the spot, and then sick later in the evening. So I kind of attended about 30 minutes of it, and then had to sit outside for the rest, which was a real downer. But fortunately, and I'm really, really grateful for this, everyone there was absolutely really, really wonderful. They were so helpful. They were so just looked after me, really, really did look after me. So thank you very much, and thank you for all the kind tweets and everything I got off people. So yeah, it wasn't alcohol related, I will say. It was just purely a sickness bug. I am a lot better now. So thank you very much to everyone on that.
And we were the first to get a sneak peek at the Cobra Mark IV.
Yes.
Yeah,
Now that was a
Cobra.
massive surprise to me. I had no idea they were working on a Mark IV Cobra, and I didn't see the picture until someone came out and showed me on the phone, like, look, there it is, and I was like, even though I'm ill, I'm like, yes, that's so great. Squee, hang on, I need the bin again. Hang on. Okay, yes, it's great. But yeah, no, it was wonderful to see. And of course, we get the custom skins and everything as well for it, which is going to be awesome. I just can't wait. A couple of questions on there. Did I hear that Kate got partnered? Yes, I heard directly from Kate because we were talking about it beforehand when she was attempting to go for it. So I might have put in a good word here and there for her, so hopefully that helped. And she certainly got it now, so well done to Kate, that's awesome. And I like the 2 emotes, that's wonderful. What's it and flaps. Nice. Oh, what have we got?
Anaconda's attacking me.
Oh, an elite anaconda, right. Go for the power plant. I'm going to apologise, we're going to pause the chat for a second, we'll catch up with you guys after we've pew-pewed on the anaconda.
Attack the Viper real quick, because it's attacking me also.
Okay then, yeah. Go for the Viper. I've got the anaconda on the run.
I should have come with my Python.
Oh, no problem.
But it's in Lembava, because they had a discount of about...
Oh, right, okay.
700 million?
Wow, that's a pretty good discount. That was awesome. So we will catch up with the chat in a second, guys. I'm under a tank. So how are we looking for time? We got about 10 minutes before we need to sneak off. Thermal overload on my lasers. Come on, cool down. I love these lasers, but they overheat just way too much.
I'm currently combat rank master.
Oh, you master? Yeah, I literally got to master just before Gamescom. I really wanted to get to dangerous in time for it, but it just takes so much time and effort to do it. I will get there. I'm determined to get there. And I think that's one of the great things about the games is that there's so many goals that you can go for, so many benchmarks you can set your gameplay by, and absolutely have to get the triple elite ranking. And then the CQC, obviously the quadruple elite rank. Right, we've got rid of the anaconda. Quick catch up on the chat. I wasn't that bad game with Ian. I didn't bugger off to Gamescom straight after starting a new job. Don't worry. I timed it just right that I finished my one job and then moved to my next job after Gamescom, which was perfect timing. Pleepay's got I got the Andy coffee. I have the Dockers coffee. Only the best in the galaxy. Yeah, speaking of which, we have the Hutton mug community goal coming up soon. I'm hoping that I'm hoping that guys in the chat are going to be getting involved in that. I definitely want to try that. It is an hour and a half drive, so bring snacks. But yeah, it's going to be great fun. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be great fun. I can't wait to get involved in that. Even if I only contribute one little, just the one cargo run to it, just so that I can say that I've helped and contributed, I'm definitely going to get involved and do that. So, mag, absolutely. I love the fact that Frontier have taken it all in good faith, and they've they've run along with the community and the fun that we want to have with it, which is wonderful. You can chaff away, Mr. Viper. You're never getting away. Yes. Another one done. Yes, yes, the link that Abacus has just provided, actually, the huttonorbital.com, so I think Mr. Psycho Cow has set up a website for it already. Am I purple today? Is the lighting's gone again? Well, I thought I'd fixed it, but there we go. If you like the purple t-shirt, I'm afraid you can't get it in store. It is purely a lighting artifact. I'm sorry. There we go. So we've got about 5 minutes, and we've got a couple of bounties to hand in. I got some cash we can go in. So I think The nearest station is around the second planet, so Horowitz Hub is quite close. Oh, under a tank. I'm under a tank. Let's just quickly check. Who's that? Who is that? How rude! It's a Python. It's an expert. An expert. Yeah. Again, I think those ones which are experts and competent. It's like they seem to have a death wish. They just go after anyone.
I heard the AI is getting even more aggressive in 1.4.
Yeah. There's been a whole bunch of tweaks. Oh, I've got a whole load of guys on me right now. Someone is really gunning for me. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of tweaks coming into 1.4. I think that's one of the things that people forget about the updates and everything which is going into it. I mean, we are getting CQC. That is the big headline update for 1.4, but there are a whole bunch of other bug fixes and improvements. I think Michael Brooks was saying earlier in the week on the dev update that there's a whole bunch of networking improvements as well, which hopefully is going to improve the stability of the game for people in a lot of different situations. So yeah, fingers crossed that really does help people out. I need all the engines I can get right now to try and outmaneuver some of these flak cannons. Yeah, as much as I love these pulse lasers, they do tend to overheat too quickly. Okay.
I had a vulture before I got a Type 7, and I just loved it. It was
it's great fun. It's great fun. Absolutely love it.
I first thought only 2 weapons, but then I got these really big level 3 lasers, and they were just making through everything.
Just huge guns. Yeah, they are great fun. Absolutely awesome.
Can't wait to see more level 3 weapons, like a...
yeah, more to come. I mean, this is one of the things about because Horizons, yes, it brings a Planetary Landing, but one of the things which is coming in the first big update for Horizons, which unfortunately we're not going to see until 2016, which when you think about it, I mean, we're August, September, October, November, December. That's about 4 or 5 months, maybe. It's not very long. Frontier have been pretty much consistently putting out an update like every month or two sort of thing. So yeah, I think every 2 months roughly in the year. So I think it's pretty safe to say that we might see something January, February for the next big update. And the big thing that Sandra really wants to push into Horizons in the next update is going to be the crafting systems and concentrating. Sorry, and one of those things is so crafting is going to allow us to have these custom modules and things like that. So we're going to have these interesting variations upon the weapon systems, which is going to be really awesome. So I know they were very popular way back in the alphas and betas, having the focused lasers and stealth lasers and overcharged and all the different variations. But the crafting system is going to bring in a whole raft of variations where we can just make all sorts of custom weapons, which is going to be great. So you can really tune the modules to your particular playstyle. I think that's going to be great. Really can't wait for that. But it just goes to show, I mean, there's so much more coming in. It's people turn around and say, it's like, I'm not really interested in landing on this planet or whatever, because there are people that aren't interested in landing on planets. There is still way more to come, way more stuff that's going to come in. So
there's going to be the paid expansion, and also the free updates, which are also going to continue.
Yeah. So there's so many more free updates.
So much content.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to head on over to Horowitz Hub now, if you want to jump out the system.
I have a almost destroyed Cobra.
Oh, okay. I'm sure you've got it. Geraldine's here. Greetings, Commander. Good to see you. Not seen you in a while. What did I miss in the chat? Sorry if I missed you guys. The combat is a little bit distracting. Shanaski, when you hear the word crafting, you think of workbenches.
It would be awesome to fly down to a planet, see a wrecked ship, go in there and find some crafting materials for weapons.
Yeah, hopefully this is the thing. I mean, yeah, you could land down, you find a destroyed ship. That ship might have some custom module. You can extract it on your SRV, drag it back to your ship. You might need to take that to some station for some guy to fix it up and bolt it back onto your Cobra or something like. Yeah, this is the great thing about it is there are so many possibilities that can come out of it. It's all just a case of layering the features on top of each other. You know, it's not a. I think we've always said that the game is going to be a slow burner. There's not going to be boom, suddenly here you have all this content. It's going to get layered on over time, and Horizons is a great example of that. We've got the core game, you've got all of this stuff you can do in the game already, but then, oh, here all of a sudden you're going to be able to land on planets, and it's going to give you buggies, and it's going to give, you know, transport vehicles on the surface. It's going to give you the skimmers that were accidentally leaked. But don't worry, Eddie is free now. Oh, I've got what have I got? A courier? Courier and something else attacking me, and I've got about a minute or so. I'm hoping I can get out of this interdiction as quickly as I can. We've only got a short space of time which I can do the arranged thing. Right. Yeah, I've just got the notification on the screen there. Oh, right, that's one pewed. One more, it's a Viper. Come on, come on!
One thing I noticed, always when they played the Horizons trailer, I was just staring at the screens at Gamescom and just stand there smiling.
Yeah, I did exactly the same. I was just like, you just stop and you forget about what you're doing, you're just kind of like, whoa! Yeah, just looking up at the screens on there. Absolutely awesome. Right, let's see if we can get our second guest in briefly on the stream now. See if we can add them in.
Interdicted. Come on.
See if we can add them in. Greetings, Commander. Do you read us? Not just yet. Greetings, Commander.
Hello.
There we have Commander Ratking. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine here.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you very much for agreeing to step in tonight and help us out with this. Now, I'm just about to jump out into Super Cruise. Now, you are around in this system somewhere, aren't you?
Yes, my wing beacon should be up for you.
Okie dokie. Right, let's go ahead and engage Super Cruise. Hopefully I won't get interdicted on the way. I'm going to race over as quickly as I can. I know you have a limited time which we can do what we're attempting to do. Where are you? So... Okay, weak signal source, you're about 500 light seconds away, so I'm going to zip over. So, Nathan, why don't you just give the folks on the stream a little bit of an idea of what we're doing tonight, because I haven't said anything.
Right, well, we are going to be doing a test with the unknown artifact.
So you've managed to find one? And now you guys have been doing a fantastic job. I've been following along on the post on the forum, and it's literally thousands and thousands of replies now. You've been trying every single thing you could possibly think of to try and crack the code on this, and it just seems to be a right nightmare, doesn't it? I mean, it's...
Yes, it is an annoying little thing.
But as much as it's a pain, it's really interesting that such a simple little thing in the game has caused so much interesting things that you guys have been trying out. The gameplay that's come out of it has been really quite fascinating, and I mean, hats off to you guys. The code breaking stuff you've done. I mean, I've tried to kind of drop a couple of subtle little hints, and when I have, you guys have cracked it in like 30 seconds, like bang. So. I think you can kind of appreciate why Frontier are being quite coy on not saying anything else, because they're pretty sure that if they gave any more of a hint, that you guys would crack it in an afternoon. So.
I see you now.
Rightio, just dropping in now. See the guys in the chat are chatting about 1.5. Hopefully we can cover that in a little sec. Oh, we've got a wanted code.
Yes,
is that a...
he dropped in suddenly, and I've been trying to go so like, hey guys, why is he here?
Quick! And this is this a player? No, this is just an NPC. Okay, let's take him out for you. Let's give you a little bit of help.
Yes.
See, this is the problem. Deep space. It might be empty, but it's damn dangerous. There we go. Ship down. Don't kill the players. No, we absolutely will not kill the players. Right here.
Telling my guys because I've got Commander Britain.
Commander Britain. Commander Nilweb, greetings, Commanders. Great to see you here. So, who shall I sit around for this little experiment?
Well, we're going to be sitting around someone very special.
Ooh.
And the person that is very special will only have about 5 minutes or so to say hello to. And that person is the unknown artifact.
Ooh. So let's have a quick look. Who's going to be dropping this? So for those of you who haven't been following along with the unknown artifact thing, there we go. I see it. So the problem with these things is when you pick them up, they cause is it toxic corrosion damage to your ship?
Yes, which makes the modules all degrade.
So it's really, really tricky to do anything with, because this thing will just start to destroy your ship. Oh, that is a freaky sound. I hope that's coming through. I'm going to turn the game sound up a little bit, in case everyone on the stream can't hear it. That is a freaky sound.
First time seeing this in the game.
Yeah, me too, actually. I've been so busy, I've not had a chance to stop and see one. And you can see the background distortion going on there.
So amazing.
Yes.
No, I must say, absolutely. Thank you very much for arranging to do this, Nathan. It's really, really awesome. So I don't want to get too close to it.
Yes. You're perfectly fine with getting within 40 meters, but getting 20? Oh, you're going a bit too close there. Now, everyone else will be trying to get in this bit as well, to trying to help with this test, because we're going to be seeing if the purrs, which come after the big sort of like whale-like howls, change. Because usually we've been getting like 6 purrs or so before another howl.
Right, yeah.
And on some occasions, we've managed to get that down to 3.
Okay. And this is based on certain conditions, like the number of players around and things like that. That is freaky. Sorry, every time I hear that noise, that's freaky. That's really weird.
Now, currently we have 3 ships close to the UA.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, we have a Snell near to it as well. So I'm wondering if Nilweb can get a bit closer. I will just poke him, say.
Just flying in with the depth camera.
Yep, just flying with the debug camera should be okay. Keep your throttle to 0 when you're about to go out, though.
Yeah.
We've had too many accidents of it just going.
Don't want to break this thing. There we go. I think it's only appropriate at this point. I take a nice picture. I've got the Cobra in the background there. I've got the planet. Freaky stuff. So
and it's also freaky to get this many commanders all close to it and no one's shooting it or like, doing some weird theory.
Spooky. So what was the plan for the test tonight then? Was just to get as many of us nearby then? Is that hope?
Yes, because we are pretty much down to the wire as to will this work or will it not? And just so many things are just going to the right of nope, not working.
Yeah, it's ticking all those boxes and trying every single possible test. Now, when you mentioned the idea of getting as many commanders together as possible, I thought that was a fantastic one because obviously the unknown artifacts were introduced in the 1.2 Wings update, and it was all about that co-op and working together and getting together in groups and all that kind of thing. So when you mentioned to me, I was like, that's actually probably a really, really simple but good answer. Is the whole idea of them is to bring people together. And hopefully it would make a difference. Now, do these things move by themselves, or...?
They rotate a little at times, but they don't actually move in space after stopping from you jettisoning them out.
Okay, so I think I'm just drifting slightly then, so...
Yeah, you're perfectly fine to me.
Go Glue 2, as I said, it's what's left of V'ger in the year 3301. Commander Jan, a Thargoid generation ship. Now that's a damn good suggestion, actually. I mean, the Thargoids have been floating around in space a lot longer than we have, so Lord knows what they tried. And it definitely appears techno-organic or something, doesn't it? It's a strange thing. Oh, the Asp is creeping closer. Who's in the Asp?
Yes, That's is Commander Britain, who is actually taking the proper sound recording.
Okay.
So
Okay.
anything that's gained from this test, he'll be saying about.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Now, obviously, I'm going to be recording this on the stream as well. There's a lot of me talking over it, but just visually, you can see the effects of it. I mean, I quite like the particle effects and everything going around. The distortion that's happening on the background there, which is pretty cool.
Oh, there's my alarm. We're out of time for our little friend here.
Scoopy, scoopy, scoopies. I'm just going to watch you scoop them up.
Yes, if I don't accidentally bump you. And there we go.
Excellent, excellent. Oh, sorry, I'm a little close. Let me just back away.
You're okay.
Excellent.
So that is our little friend.
This is the tiny little thing in the game which has been causing you guys so much grief trying to figure out what it is. Well, hopefully, I mean, I'll make a little highlight snippet of this and I'll forward it on to the guys at Frontier. I'm hoping they can figure out if there's something else they can give to you guys which isn't a spoiler, but at the same time is going to set you on the right path, because I think it's, I mean, like I said, I think it's great, the effort that you guys have been putting in, the fantastic ideas that you've been coming up with to try and crack it. You really deserve to bust it open. Like I said, I don't want it spoiled, because I think that will ruin all of the effort that you've put in. I think having that satisfaction of cracking the puzzle is what it's all about. So I will try and prod them, see if there's something they can give you guys. So I think Ratking will let you head off now. You're going to have to repair your ship really quickly, aren't you, and get back to your experimentation. But thank you very much for popping in tonight and showing everyone on the stream that. I think that everyone in the chat appreciates that very much. It's probably the first time a lot of people have seen it in game. So, oh, Commander Britain wants to do one more.
Well, let me see about my modules first.
See how much damage you have on there. So I'm going to catch up on the chat really quick whilst you check that on there. Shenray, see, he's got everyone chatting and talking about it. So, I mean, if everyone on the chat wants to get in and start helping with this, then there is a ridiculously long forum thread that you can check out, which has got everything in it. Yeah, soon to hit 20,000 messages. That doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, and I've looked at my modules and everything is okay enough to do another drop.
Okie dokie. I'll sit here in the view then and just wait for you guys.
It's best to wait till it starts before you approach, otherwise it can bounce off your canopy. And
yes, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Commander Jan's coming. That's a little bit too Ridley Scott, I think, for that answer, but.
And there we go.
Right. Okay. Just one more thing I need to show on tonight. It's a feature-packed episode tonight. We've got lots and lots of things to go on there. So Marvin, I think that's the first time you've seen an unknown artifact as well, isn't it?
In game, but I saw a lot of videos about it.
And yeah, like I said, first time I've seen it up close and personal like that. It's kind of freaky. I've seen the pictures. That's right. How do you find them? I think Ratking, I'm correct in saying it's strong signal sources, isn't it?
Yes.
Usually,
it's a very rare thing to get because so many governments, for some reason, carrying them in convoys everywhere, and they're just going to say, "Nope, we're not saying what it is. No, go away. We don't have any of this. You got it from somewhere else."
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. And it's usually, was it like a Type 9 and 2 Anacondas, and they're all chatting between themselves saying, this thing's freaking me out, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
And, right, so it's stopped now. Approach is safe.
Okie dokie, let's see where you are. There it is.
So, yeah, it is a Type 9 with 2 Anacondas as an escort, which do disappear off as they do jump a bit, but that's if they do jump, because we have had, I think, 2 confirmed cases of the UA degrading the Type 9 systems and pops out of the cargo hatch.
Oh, of course, yeah, because it's doing toxic damage, corrosion damage to the vessel that it's in as well, so eventually it will destroy that ship as well, so... Commander Jan, hello Twitch people. Oh, Commander Britain saying just listen to it. Okay, let's
Yeah.
let's go into debug cam and just give everyone on the stream a chance to just hear it. I will be quiet. So we've got a couple of good questions in there. I'm going to break silence for a second.
I'll be silent. No,
I can't help it. I can't help it. What happens when you get too close together? I think you've done this, haven't you? You've had multiple of them close to each other.
I've had. We've tried getting two together and seeing if they mate or something, but no, they just wail out as normal.
Okay.
I've also had two UAs in my cargo hold at the same time, and it's caused the damage that corrosion does. It doubles.
Oh wow!
So having
so
three,
it's cumulative.
So having three would mean, well, triple damage.
Yeah.
And they do a maximum of maybe 5 damage in one hit, to a minimum of 1 or 2.
Crikey.
It is very hard to get this thing anywhere without multiple people supporting you.
Yeah.
And it's why I make a reason of no moving unless I absolutely have to, thank you.
Yeah. Being absolutely as careful as possible. I'm just trying to get it in shot because the next question down was how big is the thing, and I think it's fair to say that it's a little bit taller than a fully grown man by the looks of it. It's probably about 2 meters long. Freaky thing. And I've got the shot of your commander on the right side of the screen and this on the left hand side of the screen. It's fair to say it's about 2 meters long. Someone asking, I hope I don't accidentally hit boost. You hope. I pray to God I don't do anything like that.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm really careful with what I'm pressing.
It wouldn't be the first time. It would not be the first time that someone's accidentally hit boost and boom. People have actually done it through having the landing gear dropped.
Oh no.
On in the Diamondback
Just
Explorer.
hit it with the...
Yes.
Oh man.
Because the Diamondback Explorer has a thing of where landing gear actually is recognized, so it doesn't go through the landing gear, it hits it.
Oh dear. So next question is, so if you can't keep it in your cargo hold, how do you keep it? If you can't keep it there long. Oh, have you got a scoop?
Yeah, I do have to.
Time is up.
Oh, I heard that scraping slightly, or something scraping.
It's okay. It looks like it's gone in. The noise has stopped. It's tucked away. Does it do damage whilst you're in Super Cruise? That's another question on there.
Yes, it does damage all the time. So, even... Well, except when you're in the station or offline. It does not do damage then.
Okay, so that's the only thing you can really do is kind of scoop one, jump into the thread. Guys, I've got one. Quick, next experiment, and then make arrangements and come back online. Oh dear.
Yeah.
So it's been an absolute nightmare. But yes, anyway, I will let you go. I think you're going to have to get back and get repaired up and everything like that. Thank you very much for popping in tonight and doing this for us. I really do appreciate that. And hopefully people in the chat can kind of join in on that thread and start helping out. That would be great if we can crack this puzzle before the next update hits. Go on,
okay.
Go on. Right here, and we'll see you soon, Ratking. Thank you very much.
Alright, thank you.
Ciao. Wow, that was freaky, wasn't it, Marvin?
It was first time seeing this thing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely wonderful. Oh, I just love that. Let's see. Say farewell to the guys in there. So let's just go jump back out into Super Cruise. And I think we were heading to the station, weren't we? Horowitz Hub, which is not far from here. So I think if we go ahead and go over into that, I'm going to turn the sound of the game back down a little bit. Hopefully everyone watching in managed to catch a little snippet of that freaky thing, and no one has figured out what it is yet. This is the crazy thing.
I really want to know everything about it, but hope they figure it out soon.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know the end goal in it. I know that if they solve the riddle behind it and they crack whatever it's about, then it will unlock the next part of the puzzle. The next sequence of events will occur in the game. So there definitely is more to come from that. It isn't a red herring. I know there's a lot of people saying, oh, it's a wild goose chase. It's there's a couple of people saying, it was just put in to keep people busy and forget about other things. And so it's like, no, Frontier didn't put it in just for the sake of, it's like they didn't spend all that time and money to create it just to be a silly little spoiler. It is a genuine thing. It does have an end goal, so good luck to those guys following on that. It's going to be awesome.
I'm going back to the Horowitz hub.
Yes, Horowitz hub. I'm nearly there now. Neazur, please get FDev to drop some more hints. I will ask them, I will beg them, try and get them to do something. Like I said, the problem is they're a bit stumped on what they can give to the community, which is enough of a hint but not too much of a spoiler. So they want people to find it on their own. That's the trouble with it.
I just saw you zooming in. I have your nav locked, and when you jump out, I immediately get jumped out.
Just pulled over. Yeah, I love that.
Pulled over, and I was there before you, and you just
right past. Yeah. Oh, just by a few kilometers. Just. BBC, have I seen the movie Contact? They probably need to do something like that they did in the movie. By all means, put that suggestion into the thread. There are some fantastic suggestions. The crazy thing is, they've probably done everything already. There are so many good ideas on there. They cracking the sequence of the sound effects by Morse code and things like that. Just some crazy ideas that they've come up with. Unfortunately, they've still yet to crack it, so if you've got any good ideas you think can help out with that, please do step in and give the guys a hand with it. T-Man 42, yes, lots of hints have already been given. Michael Brooks has dropped a couple himself. There's been lots of things in the Galnet news and things like that, but I think people have pretty much exhausted all of the ideas that they've got from those hints, so yeah, it's tricky. I think I'm going to have to take off the hat because it's getting warm in here now. There we go. It's a great hat, but whew, it's summer and I'm indoors. Don't need a hat on. Any more questions in there? No questions at the moment. So, I think what we should do... I'm just going to check my other screen. Yeah, unfortunately I can't show... There was one more thing I wanted to show tonight, but unfortunately I can't show it. I don't think it's anything to do with my end. No, it is... it appears to be at the other end. Damn! So I was hoping to show a little bit of CQC tonight, but it doesn't look like I can get a connection, which is a shame. I was gonna stream some CQC for everyone. Damn. What is the site address? I don't know the exact forum thread for it, but it is on the Frontier forums. You can just search for unknown artifacts, and you should be able to get it up on there. Stupus X, how do they find them? If you search around for strong signal sources, they're very rare. They show up in some systems, and you'll find a T9 escorted by 2 anacondas, and the T9 will be chatting back and forth to the anaconda saying, hey, this thing's freaking me out, and stuff like that in the chat. So if you see something like that, then you can blast his cargo hatch and steal it, or something like that. ZR Zone, don't think anyone sent it to Sagittarius A-star yet. I don't think you could get there in time. It would destroy your ship before you could get there. Yep, link away if you've got it. I think, yep, that's the link there. Let me check. That's the one, yes.
Except you have like thousands maintenance units.
Yeah, if you've got lots of the auto field maintenance modules and things like that, yeah, and if you're going as a wing, you might be able to stretch it a little further or something like that. But I don't think you could get there and back. It would take too long. It would destroy your ship. This thing, seriously, it corrodes your ship in minutes, or in minutes and hours, rather than the days that it would take to get to Sajay, which is a shame. Max Urso, have you got the match up on there?
Welcome back to the show floor.
Oops, sorry if that came through. I shouldn't click the link, should I? Yes, so we got the championship match from CQC. You can always watch that if I can't get CQC to work tonight. I will keep trying though. I'll keep trying to get it up on there. What's that? Combat bond? We've got some combat bonds as well. 500,000 credits. Not bad. Not bad. We'll get back to some pew pew in a minute. Shanri, maybe you need to throw it into the sun. They've probably tried that too. They've been taking it everywhere. You take it to different systems, and the UA will make different noises as well. And they've been trying all sorts of things. Shan is geek. Has anyone tried knocking on it? Hello, anyone in there?
They even tried feeding it with fish.
Yeah, literally, just putting random containers next to it to see if it would do something different. Oh yeah. Crazy. So yeah, so we can't seem to get CQC to work at the moment. I'll try again later, but for the time being, let's switch over to the newsletter. Yay! Hopefully I've managed to get the webpage do not blow up in my face this stream. So we're going to skim through the newsletter for everyone who is watching on the stream now. Main contents for the week, obviously announcing Elite Dangerous Horizons, which we will talk about. Look at that lovely shot there from the trailer. So happy to finally see this. Yeah, it was a wonderful trailer, and like you said, Marvin, every time it came on the videos, we kind of forget we're supposed to be demoing people. We'd just be stood there watching it. Oh yeah, sorry, yes, press this button. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, hang on a sec, I need to watch this. Yeah. But yeah, no, it was great to see, and it's just going to bring so much more content, and I can.
That's, sometimes we had really experienced players.
Yeah.
So we could just spend a bit of time.
Yeah, and it was great, it's just showing people that, and it's like, all right, this combat demo you're running here, right, that's just a combat training simulator. Look at that up on the screen there. That's what you're going to be able to do at the end of the year, and that was a wonderful thing to show people. It's like, oh yeah, it's a whole galaxy with all that. Wow, it really does.
The trailer is also very loud.
Very low trailer, yeah, absolutely. Obviously, we've been talking about the SRVs, the buggy is its friendly name, with a 50 caliber machine gun on it, yes! So we're not going to just be driving around, we're going to be racing around these damn things. They move fast, we're going to be able to shoot other people as well. I'm going to get involved in some combat there. But I will say, from what I've seen in the trailers here, the trailers are awesome, but what I've seen of the actual gameplay of it, it looks even better. It looks amazing, absolutely awesome. Obviously, probably shouldn't say that, but it does look awesome. It looks great.
Great.
Gamescom. See those steps there? That doesn't look as busy as I did see it. It got busier.
Yeah, it was like Wednesday was like the press day.
Yes.
There was like not much. The ambassadors themselves had chances to play some CQC, and it was awesome. It was so much fun.
Yeah, it was great.
We're looking forward to it playing out on PC. Many people came up to me saying, "Is it on PC?" No, not yet, but soon. Next update. Soon. The next update.
Oh, it looks great. And I missed the first day. Like I said, I was ill, so I missed the first day. And David was talking to the press on the first day there, showing off some of the behind the scenes, behind the closed doors things, the secret little snippets of some footage of the Horizons and everything on there. Here we have the team, sans Kerrash, who was vomiting somewhere. But yeah, no, it's wonderful that everyone in the picture here, they put such great effort into just showing the game and helping everyone out, and that's what I love about the ambassador program. Is it's just wonderful to just show people the game for the first time and see that kind of that twinkle of inspiration in their eye looking at it, and it's like, yes, this is the game that I've been looking for all my life, and and it's wonderful seeing that again for the first time, because obviously when I was 10 and I played the first version of me, I had no idea I was going to like the Frontier. It sounded cool in the magazine, but when I played it, I was like, "Damn, this is awesome! I love this."
My first experience with Elite was like I was like 3 years old.
Oh, really? Wow.
Um, and my cousin and my uncle had the first encounter.
Oh, first
Encounters.
encounters, yes.
Yeah, and it was really awesome. I grew up with Nintendo, so seeing
Ah,
this was like
yeah,
a whole new universe, literally.
absolutely. Yeah.
And it was I only have vague memories of it, but it was really awesome. My uncle had, when he was young, he had the normal Elite, but I don't think he has it anywhere. Maybe on his somewhere in his house.
But that,
And
that was the great thing about those games. I mean, I've said it many times on the stream before that I was a Nintendo kid. I played Mario and the arcade games and things like that, and then I heard about this game and tried out on the Amiga, and I was like, whoa, it's 3D. Oh, it's an entire galaxy. This is insane.
oh,
And just seeing that it was possible to have these games which were big and complicated and punishing. They would absolutely kick your ass if you didn't know how you were playing it.
yeah.
And it was just wonderful. It was really, really awesome. Absolutely loved it.
And then I saw Elite. Basically, Elite got me through my whole life till now because I always saw it on the internet in top 10 lists. The old Elite. I saw videos from Scott Manley.
Yeah.
He's an awesome guy. I love this guy.
Yeah, he does great videos. Yeah, absolutely.
I saw your live stream like last November, I think, since I first saw you. And of course, the Kickstarter 2012. Like, I know this game. I know this.
Yeah, I know this from
And
somewhere.
then David Braben started talking about all these features, Planetary Landings, and walking around someday
know.
after the release. And oh god.
Yeah, and you can see from the piece at the top of the newsletter that David is still absolutely passionate about exploration. It is, just astronomy and that kind of thing. He really wants to make it the most fascinating exploration kind of goals in the game possible, and just the landing on the planets is going to be the first touch of that. Here we go. We got the peak of the week. This is awesome. I love this. It really gives a nice taste. Hopefully, it's coming
Really
through.
nice concept.
Yeah, so we got the little buggies zooming around there. We've got this really interesting looking base, and it's obviously Frontier have prototyped everything out with the little outposts that we see out in space. And that's going to now expand into the full system here of whole buildings on these surfaces. Like, multiple buildings spread out over a region of an area, there on the surface there, and it's just going to. Just little things like the fact that you can see here that off on the left hand side here on this one little corner here there's a little dome. I don't know if I can zoom in much more. It's going to be hard, but yeah, there's like a dome there or something which looks like a habitation area. These things look like they're a few kilometers apart, so there's definitely a possibility there that you land on one which is the spaceport, and you park your ship there, you jump out in the SRV and you travel between them. There might be some reasons why you might want to do that. There might be some goals that help progress that along, but just literally being able to jump into the surface vehicles and zipping around, and if you wanted to, I mean, I'm waiting for the first post where someone says, yes, I circumnavigated an entire moon just to see what it was when it goes around. It's crazy. It's just to think how much this is going to bring. Like they said at the top, these are planet scale sandboxes, so wow.
It's just amazing.
Yeah, crazy.
I think it's really. They said they want to bring Planetary Landings in the first year. I think it was in the Future of Elite video. And now we get it.
Yeah, absolutely. We can see just the scale of these things. See that Cobra zipping along in the background there. Now, it was told us that the SRV has it can tuck the wheels up and under, it can compact away, and it can fit up inside virtually all of the currently flyable ships. And that was a nice little tip, the currently flyable ships, so they didn't say about other flyable ships that might be coming. Nice little hints. You've got to listen to all the little cues that Frontier say when they do stuff like that. Yes, thank you, Reinhardt. Yeah, I didn't think to click on the image, but yeah, thank you. Makes it a lot clearer for people. But it's Here we go. That nice. This is obviously a Federation outpost you can see here, and it does look like there's a little docking bay or something over there. So maybe you can drive the little vehicles into the docking bays there, and tuck away and transfer it back into your ship or into another buggy. Gaming with Ian. So you might be able to have multiple SRVs in your cargo hold. They are. Yep, yeah, there you go. Stephen Usher's just said there, yeah, they are 4 tons of cargo space, basically tiny little things. They will fit through the cargo hatch of the current flyable ships. They are tiny, tiny little things. They can roll out and you can jump in them. Yeah, so I assume in a bigger ship you could probably fit multiple of them. It would make sense.
Having like a whole anaconda full of SRVs.
Maybe, yeah, that would be pretty cool. You can have
So you
multiple.
always have one in reserve.
So if Kate wants to do her death matches, she can load it up with about 100 of these little SRVs, land the anaconda, and then just keep going over and over and over and smashing them to pieces. Okay, Ratking. Let's see if we can get. Right here. Okay, I will. I'll try and get those videos up on there. I don't know if I can put them on the stream now, but we'll try and get those up on there. Sorry. SRV. Yes, we cannot say the buggy word. Ah, damn! I said it. Bombard that base. Yeah. See, this is one of the things which is going to get really interesting now. Is that obviously there's a lot of things you can do now. There was a little bit of a hint in the newsletter this week that. Ships are going to struggle to target the small vehicles because they don't put out a lot of heat. They kind of disappear off the radar, but you can still do it. So it offers quite a little bit of gameplay that players could be swooping in a wing, shooting at the ground targets and things like that. But they're going to have to take some real skill to do it. But there literally is so much gameplay that can come out of this. It's hard to go over it all. It's crazy. It's an entire galaxy, folks.
So much gameplay and just airless moons. Just imagine what atmosphere
the next. I mean, even when they start moving to like the volcanic things as well, having the geysers and things like. You can imagine someone chasing you with the vehicles, and you take the risk of jumping over a geyser, and then it kind of the other one it outgasses behind you and it knocks the other buggy up into the air and things like that. Just crazy.
Or just flying over mountains, seeing some volcans explode.
Yeah, just things like that. Just so many options on there on the things. It's just mind blowing. It is really, really, really crazy. And there's just so much stuff that can come from the future, and I'm just really, really excited to see what's coming. We had some great speculation when we were on One Viger's stream earlier this week, some great ideas that we were coming up with, things that could go in with that. We had some confirmation that the buggies will have little thrusters to help keep them down on the low gravity moons and things, so that's going to be really great. But then of course they've got thrusters, so that means you can do little boost jumps and things like that to get over rough terrain. I can see some really great videos coming out, people doing some crazy stunts.
Or some really, really small moon and you're going really fast and just put your under thrusters and you just fly off into space.
Off a little crater. See if you can get into orbit from the thing. I mean, I imagine it would be possible on a small enough moon. You could probably do it. So yeah, it would be really, really cool.
I mean, Sharon is really small. The neighbor moon of
exactly.
Pluto.
Yeah, of Pluto. Yeah. So that might be possible.
And Frontier even said they're going to do a visual overhaul of the planets. Before it's out.
That's an important thing, actually. Yeah, and I want to say that. I mean, I was chatting to Eddie about this. So one of the things that they're going to be doing is currently you see the planets. You have kind of like the surface bump map sort of features to it when you get close to it. But what you're going to see in Horizons is that even from orbit, the planets are all going to be updated. So you're going to start to see really big features like high mountain ranges and things like that are actually going to stick out three-dimensionally. They are going to have some depth to them. So that's a wonderful little addition that even if you don't buy Horizons, for everyone else playing Elite, you're going to see that the planets suddenly look a lot more detailed and inviting, which is great because all of that is being fed in from that surface detail anyway.
Yeah, because sometimes when I look at airless moons, they look cool, but they don't look like really mountainy, and they they look
kind of flat, yeah,
flat,
and that's, I mean, the data is there. The procedural generation is creating all of the information for the height of the terrain and everything like that. But at the moment, it's just being fed into a basic kind of parallax bump shader to kind of get that feeling of depth in there. But what we'll see when we move over to Horizons is it will actually be like full geometry, and it will really stand out, which is really, really awesome. I forget who said it now. Someone in the chat was just saying on there, want to be able to turn, Tamaru Hack wants to turn the thrusters off, and then Arms Like Noodles flight assist off with Scarabs doing air tricks. That was exactly the thing we were talking about. You can imagine putting flight assist off and it turns off the thrusters, and then the little SRV starts to kind of shift and like move because it's not stuck to the ground. I would love that. If they don't put that in, I'm going to drive to Cambridge and tell them to put it in. But no, it does really, really awesome.
Really looking forward to this one.
And this is one thing. I mean, what if I can see it in the camera now? I did a little bit of a teasing tweet. Who, me? Would I do such a thing? Yeah, of course I would. But I was looking at this the other day, and I noticed that this all of the landing pads have these little loading ramps over here. Wonderful, wonderful little loading ramps that look big enough to fit kind of the average car down. And when you start looking, you have the little cargo vehicles zipping back and forth. So, when can I drive my SRV through the station and start getting infractions for crashing? You can imagine that. I mean, that would be great fun, just being able to drive the little SRV around the ring of the thing here to get from point to point. Maybe even...
Imagine...
Yeah, carry on.
When I'm walking around stations comes, I think we're going to be able to drive around stations maybe, because it's faster. But on the other hand, you have, when you go into the hangar, you have your door to your left, so I think that's going to be the exit point.
Yeah.
But driving around stations would also be fun. Just using your thrusters and jump to the other side.
Yeah, you can imagine it. I mean, maybe even being able to get in the SRV, drive to your friend's Anaconda, parking inside his little cargo hold, that kind of thing. So many possibilities that come out of that, being able to do that, which is going to be really, really awesome. SRV race inside the space stations, yeah, might get a little bit tricky, but yeah, I like that twin deck, so we'll have to try and do something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and launch. So if we get back to a combat zone,
there is something at LTT3, like 7 light seconds away.
Oh, there's a close one, is there? Okay.
Yeah.
I see it, yeah, 7.4 light seconds away. Okay. And,
I'm always imagining about Planetary landings with atmospheres. It's so what can come out of there is just huge and amazing.
Yeah, tell me about it.
They're really putting a lot of work in this, and it's just I really want it now.
And Dobbo just said that, yeah, GTA inside the habitation ring. That's the sort of crazy things that could be possible, you know, when you start messing around with all of the possibilities that the game puts forward, and that's what I love about it. I've always been keen on the possibilities. You know, as much as what we've got now is a fantastic game, and there's so many things you can do in it, there's just more and more things that be layered on. And you can imagine someone coming to the game fresh in a few years' time. It's just going to be so big and so crazy. It's going to be really, really great fun. I think that was one of the things that was the hardest thing to show at Gamescom when you're demoing it to people and you're trying to explain what the game can do, what are the key things that make it unique compared to other games, and it's very hard to explain to someone that, hey, this is an entire galaxy. This is our Milky Way galaxy. This is how big this is, because all we had to kind of work with was the combat demos. You know, we couldn't really show everyone the entire game. So I'm kind of hoping for the next showcase when Frontier do another event, that hopefully they have something more of a demo which would allow us to show, you know, the whole galaxy, the map, the planets that are in there, the you know, because there's so much detail, and it kind of it's sad in a way because I feel like I'm selling the game short when you're just showing the training. It would be wonderful to be able to show everyone all of the detail that's in there, but thing from Dubba there. The thing you want in Elite Dangerous Horizons is multiple player ships. Image filming would be great because you could pilot a camera and someone could be flying the Cobra. Fingers crossed for 1.5. I would say that multi-crew ships is not going to make it in any time soon because it needs a lot of very, very small details in the game. Someone else did ask me about this a couple of days ago. The problem with it is that you need fully animated player avatars and that kind of thing, and there's no point doing that detail until those player avatars can be used for everything else. So yeah, I would love it too. I'm not saying it's a no-go. I'm saying it's behind a big stack of higher priority stuff at the moment, which is a shame, but I see where Frontier are making the choices, you know. Felipe there, you just pointed to the Clipper on the wall and say that I've been to the centre of the galaxy in that ship in 8 days and 8 hours. Wow, that is pretty quick going. But yeah, I suppose that might still be too long to get an unknown artifact there. Yeah, Stephen Usher, exactly. You've hit the nail on the head there with the multi-crew stuff. It needs to be first person. They would need to have a seat to sit in and something for them to do, and then they would need they would need some activity they can get on and do, and none of those systems are in place yet. There's so many more things you can do at progressively smaller scales first, and that's how Frontier kind of built. They built a galaxy, and they're filling in the details and getting finer and finer details in. So the actual walking around as humans is going to be one of the very, very late things to go in, because that's very, very small detail, very fine details going into the game now. So I'm going to head for the dragons again. I'm going to help.
Yeah, I'm also dragons, yeah.
Okie dokie.
But every time I hear something new about Elites, I'm so excited because there's so much stuff going to come, and we just need to wait.
Yeah, I know. So many possibilities, so many things coming.
I mean, I already bought the lifetime expansion when I come back.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically just have to wait. So
this is the important thing. I know that there's been a lot of, I don't know, controversy, shall we say, about the lifetime expansion, and people are asking about whether or not it's well, not the lifetime expansion, but the pricing of Horizons, I should say. I know there's a lot of people talking about that, but in all honesty, it might not sound sensible, but the cheapest option is to get the lifetime expansion pass, because at the end of the day, if you wait for each expansion and get them one by one, you're going to be looking at like £40 per expansion each time you're gonna be paying out. If you get the lifetime expansion, it's a one-off payment and it's done, and you've supported Frontier for the long term. So that kind of having the faith in Frontier long term is going to save you money. It's going to, in the Kickstarters it was £80, so that's the cost of 2 games. Now it's 130, that's about the cost of 3 games. It's just going to get more expensive as more patches come out. So the lifetime expansion is the best value for money, although it sounds crazy because it's so much. But I don't want to get too much into that.
You will get so much from it. You will get walking around ships, planets, stations soon. Yeah. You will get even stuff we don't know about, like the loot and crafting system.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so many things coming into it.
So huge. And in other games, you just spend 130 euros on a ship.
Yeah.
You don't even. But the other, more or less bigger space game was also very exciting.
Yes, yeah, there's some proximity mine. Oh, he's trying to shake us.
Like Reno Corona 2.0, it's just really exciting.
Yeah, they had a great showing for Star Citizen now. They had a big show, lots of stuff in there. They were showing the multi-crew part coming to the thing. Hopefully in October we'll start to see that. That's going to be really exciting to see.
Really cool.
Yeah, what they're going to do with the multi-crew stuff, because yeah, carry on.
We finally have some sign of how the star system is going to work, like with this quantum drive.
Yeah, jumping between regions in there, because I think the what they were talking about doing was these 30-kilometer cube regions of space, which are these, you know, high fidelity is the word, high fidelity handcrafted regions of game that you can hunt around and explore. Where are you? I'm trying to. There you are. So yeah, so you've got these regions of space, and then the quantum drive allows you to move between them. So that looked really interesting what they showed in the video there. I mean, I love games. I love space games. I thought the whole kind of SC versus ED thing was just a silly joke, and it just got really out of hand. People just started getting into it way too much. But you know, I went over to the little stand that they had for Star Citizen there, and you know, we did get some funny looks walking over with the ambassador T-shirts on, and you know, and it's like, guys, I've backed your game, you know. It's like, but actually, the people making the game were absolutely really pleased to see us. It was just this kind of false kind of, I know, competition that the fan base, some people in the fan base have just kind of invented. I don't get it. Oops, someone's shooting at you. What is that?
Viper and an S.
Okay, he's an elite Viper. Oh, sorry, missed a couple of questions there. Dobbo, did FDev say how many people have now bought into the game? No, I don't think that information's been shared, but it's a pretty high number. It's pretty big.
I sold around 20, I think. Some people even came up to me.
Oh, you mean, sold at the event? Yeah, I mean, we definitely sold many copies at the event. There was people coming up, people that played the originals, people that hadn't heard of the game before, and just haven't, you know, didn't even know that there was a new Elite came out, sort of thing. And it was just great to kind of talk to them about it, and then they went straight to the store there and then and bought the game, which was one of, I think, 2 guys from Wargaming Net just chatting to me for a little while about the Amiga version. And then went straight over and bought the game, which was just wonderful to see. Oh, Andy's got to run. So, London Gaming for Fun. If you do not follow Andy already, I'll put his link in there. So after I finish up in... How long have we got now? So we've got about 40 minutes anyway. So after I finish up in 40 minutes, I think Andy and Kate will be live tonight. So hopefully everyone can shoot over to that. I will host the channel afterwards, and you can carry on getting your Elite fix after we finish up tonight. Pew, 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 go for the power plant, go for the power plant. So that's one of the things which I think is changing in 1.4. I think there's going to be some power plant changes, isn't it? So they, instead of getting the power plant down to 0% and that's it, game over, you've destroyed the ship, there's going to be, oh, sorry, clipped you there. There's going to be a little bit more interesting mechanics coming out of that, where if you get the power plant down to 0, it just produces half power and module malfunctions on the target ship. So I think that's going to make things a little bit more interesting. You're not going to be able to just go for the power plant on the Anacondas and blow them up quickly. You're going to have to be a little bit more...
Sorry, you still have a chance blowing it up?
I think so, yeah. So
a little one, but mostly what it does, it's just malfunctioning other modules because they don't get enough power.
Yeah. So that's going to be really interesting. I mean, particularly something like a Vulture, which is already very, very finely balanced, and you have to keep the power quite careful. You've got to keep a close eye on it, otherwise you're going to have problems. If you take out the power plant on a Vulture, then it starts malfunctioning at 50%, then you're going to have real problems trying to fly a Vulture with a damaged power plant. So yeah, that could be very, very interesting. Hopefully it brings a little bit more tactical gameplay to the dogfighting, that people aren't just going to do what I'm doing now, where everyone always goes for the power plant.
Yeah,
maybe you start...
It's really easy.
Yeah, you start thinking maybe going for the thrusters to disable them, or going for the weapons first to disarm them, or something like that. You know, I think it brings a lot more options into what you're going to do to try and survive a conflict, which is great. I mean, more variation and mechanics to the game definitely makes things a lot more interesting. Boom! Headshot.
Yeah. And we're also getting planetary combat soon with Horizons.
Yes!
Oh.
Yeah,
to go back to Horizons.
Yeah,
again?
no, absolutely. I would stay on Horizons all night because there is so much content in there. Of course, the SRVs are going to bring. They've got machine guns, so you can start attacking. You might find a secret pirate base or something out in the middle of somewhere, and there might be pirates waiting there, thinking, you know, they leave, just like they leave gold in the unknown signal sources. You might find things like that, thinking, oh, you find a little stash of some weapons or abandoned military artifacts or something like that.
Yeah.
But then really, there's some pirates waiting in the crater nearby and things like that. Wonderful, wonderful gameplay possibilities that come out of just a simple little addition to the game, and I think that's great. That's great.
I think it will also mix up something for explorers, so they just don't fly around from planet to planet, so they just can park down onto a planet, look around.
Yeah, of course you take the surface scanner and try and find points of interest on the surface. There might be something really worth looking for on some of these moons, some abandoned bases and little caches of pirate cargo and things like that, wrecked ships from other explorers and things. Really gives exploration many more targets, things that you can try and do. So that's that brings so much to it as well. I think it's so much it can bring. Right, what have we got here? A federal dropship. It's almost instinctual now. It's like every time select ship, select the power plant. Boom, boom, boom. Just automatic. Just my fingers naturally just go for it.
And I would also think that people would freak out if they would be like some 20,000 light years from inhabited space, landing on the moon and just finding some alien artifacts.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what are you going to find out there, you know, and how far away are you going to see these things? There are lots and lots of little things that can happen when you're out there in the black, and it really does make me want to start exploring again and finding some more of these things. I mean, like I said right at the start, that exploration up until now has been about the Earth-like worlds. Everyone's going for the Earth-likes because they're the most valuable in terms of exploration data. But what if you find a planet with an abandoned military base? How much is that going to be worth? You know, so maybe it makes it worthwhile to go and scan every single planet, because obviously you're going to have to get close to the planets to scan the surface details. And what I found with exploration is you tend to look for the Earth-like worlds, zip over, scan those, do a detailed surface scan, and then jump out to the next system. That tends to be all you do. But it's gonna be. Now you're going to be looking at every single planet and thinking, that's an airless rocky world. I might want to go closer to that and see if there's something worth looking for. So.
It would be. I think exploration for me is a little bit. I don't like doing it that much. I have done. I went to Barnard's Loop once.
Oh yeah. Oh, I haven't been out there yet. I want to go there.
Then I headed out to I think it's really close to what name was it? The Coalsack.
Oh, the Coalsack Nebula, yeah.
And now I'm a Pathfinder.
Oh, cool.
So I think it's like the 7th or 6th rank.
Yeah, that's quite close to the top, yeah.
And I was like, I haven't been out that much, and I'm already a 7th rank. And I really want to go to Sag A. It's like the really big fish everyone goes for in their elite lifetime, I say. When we really get almost every planetary expansion, because I really want to take my time with that.
Yeah.
Like being like out there for, I don't know, 3 months or 2 months.
Yeah, and
having a planetary landings, everything on Earth-like, just having Earth-like going down there. It's,
yeah, so much more things you can do once that becomes a possibility. But yeah, I mean, just you know, things like you said, going to Sagittarius A. It's just one of those things that you can tick off the sheet of I've been there, I've done this. And I think that's what exploration's about at the moment. It's not about the money. It's just about finding the really, really cool things. Oh, you have got a asp with a cannon on your tail.
And I really said to myself, yeah, I want to do exploration, but I think I'm going to wait till the Planetary Landing expansion comes up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to make it much more interesting.
I think I'm going to do a small exploration trip because Planetary Landings. Then when we get atmospheres or Planetary Landings with Earth-likes, I think I'm going to do a really long trip to Sec A.
Oh god, yeah. It's going to be so much more worth it when there's all that stuff to do it there, yeah. Let's see. Who's joined? Sorry, someone's joined the chat. Greetings, sorry. Hands up, Sagittarius A visitors. Me, I've been there. Sorry if I missed any questions. I was having too much fun chatting away there. Exploring is never done for science, Felipe. Yes, absolutely. I mean, I think that's the thing that people miss is when they follow a certain progression in the game, they feel that some people will turn around and think it's like, oh, it must be worth money, it must be worthwhile, and there must be an end goal for the exploration. The great thing about exploration at the moment is just saying you've been there and you've seen some awesome stuff. That's the great thing about exploration at the moment. But when Horizons comes in, there's going to be a whole lot more stuff you can see and things you can do. So that's going to be great. Just going to sit here and pew a second. Now I did have one more piece on the newsletter. So the dev update for this week, I want to just go over really quickly. We're hopefully going to see the 1.4 beta in the next couple of weeks. That would be great to see because I don't think I can get CQC running for you guys tonight. I really wanted to try and get it on the stream, but it doesn't seem to be playing ball with me at the moment. I think that is my end actually, looking at it. And yeah, so the dev update was also talking about a slight change to the way that the updates are going to be rolled out. So they're going to do big major updates and then compile a list of feedback and changes and fix it incrementally after the fact, rather than having multiple releases very early on from the initial launch of a big patch. So hopefully 1.4 will be a bit more of a structured release, which would be good. I mean, like Michael was saying in the dev update, we're going to have a whole bunch of fixes and optimizations that are going to come in as well, which is going to be great. Hopefully it starts to make the network play a lot better for people as well. But I think the one thing that stood out for me in the dev update, of all the silly things, there were some great things in the dev update, but now the fact that the mining refinery, if you have stuff in the hopper and you have empty bins, it will automatically allocate. Yes! Thank you. It's such a silly little thing, but that's going to make mining so much more enjoyable that you don't have to keep switching back to the refinery and saying, yes, I definitely want the Bertrandite, yes, I want the Indite, yes, I want that. So that's just a silly little update, but it just goes to show that Frontier are listening to the things we're asking for and putting these changes in as soon as they can. It is just a case of it's going on the list, it's getting added in, and Frontier will just keep improving it. So. Any questions whilst I've been chatting away? Abacus, I don't think you're quite elite in exploration, but you are quite high now, aren't you? You came back and you jumped up about 3 or 4 ranks, I think. District D, farewell, Commander. And obviously one of the other things that made it in, we're going to have an option in there so you can start disabling the shader cache if you don't need to do that at startup. That's going to help people who've got the big PCs that don't need it. And one of the most interesting things I thought was nice that's going to come into 1.4 is the fact that you're going to be able to see NPCs going around in supercruise that can interdict other NPCs. That's going to be really interesting. So when you're in supercruise now, you're going to the systems are going to feel really alive with activity, things going on that you wouldn't normally see. So that sounds really, really cool. And I think that's one of the wonderful things that people keep missing, that Frontier are adding into the game, constantly making it feel more realistic and more believable, and things are just they seem like a real living galaxy. I think that's great. Plipe, Eddie gave you some information that they're going to look into making options and settings more user-friendly. Yeah, I know a couple of people have been reporting that there are some crazy complexities to the options, and people are getting a little bit confused by it. And I think the other thing was the possibility of like an ultra bigger graphics mode for the people with really crazy graphics rigs that can push it up to 11 sort of thing. So there's some nice things coming there. Some unfortunate news on there which has gone in is they've said two things really, two technical challenges which are going to be a real problem. OpenGL support on OS X is going to be a real kicker for Horizons because the game uses compute shaders for all the planetary details, and I think if everyone casts their mind back to one of the alphas early on, there was an AMD crash fix that was put in, which was basically don't render the planets because the damn things break the video cards. And that was a very similar thing, that the AMD cards were supposed to support some specific level of compute shader functionality, and when it came down to it they didn't actually do it properly, which was a real pain because it meant that the NVIDIA cards would work perfectly fine on something like that, but then you'd try and render it on an AMD card and it would break it. So I think this is the same sort of problem we're now seeing with the oh, sorry. Were we guessing each other's targets then?
Yeah, there are two anacondas, so I was just switching between.
We'll take this one first.
Okay.
Ratking, by all means, post up the UA thread in there, and if anyone wants to join and help, yeah, post away. Snow Imp! Greetings, Commander! Good to see you. Dog? Is there a dog? Did Mad Dog appear? I don't see his text. There he is! Woof woof! Greetings, Mad Dog! So the OpenGL compute shader things is a real pain in the backside, but at the end of the day it just comes down to the fact that, Apple haven't got support in for them, the game is heavily reliant on it, the guys are going to have to find some workaround for that. The current workarounds are just not acceptable. I mean, naturally, you don't use compute shaders, and you fall back to the CPU. You could be talking at something like several orders of magnitude worse performance, which is going to mean the frame rate is going to be single digits for people who can't do that. That's just not acceptable. You turn the planets off. That's not an acceptable option. So at the end of the day, it means that Frontier are going to have to do some real hard work to implement some way of getting the support of compute shaders onto a platform that doesn't support them. So, that is a real big bummer for people who are running Mac version, but there really is nothing Frontier can do with that. It is about the API support that Apple have not provided. That's the big kicker there, which is such a shame. And Felipe, yes, I must talk about this. The Tobii IX. I'm gonna get this. Look at this! Yay! So massive thank you to both Felipe and John from the company that makes this product for giving me one of these to showcase. Now, you see, I've not taken the package off yet. It's still mint in the box, but hopefully I will be showing this on the stream sometime soon. TM. What it basically is a bunch of little cameras in here that can pick up your eyes, and it can do eye tracking of where you're looking, and you can feed that into Elite and do it with a kind of like what the ED tracker does, the head tracking, so you can kind of have that automatic head tracking support literally just by looking around the screen, so you can be fixed and looking like, looking crazy. But yeah, I really want to try that out. It's going to be really awesome.
Like, virtual reality is a really big thing in Leeds. Imagine there's all expansions they plan are coming out, and you just set your Oculus Rift on there.
So yeah, it's gonna be crazy getting out and looking around those planets and everything like that. So much so much crazy. But unfortunately, that is the other little bit of bad news in the dev update, is that the 0.7 SDK that Oculus have put out for the Rift is not compatible with Elite Dangerous, because basically Oculus have gone in and just completely rewritten how their stack works, which I have never known a vendor of a product to do that. That is basically like just kneecapping all of the developers that have supported your platform earlier on and just saying, hey, you know what, guys? Yeah, you're just going to have to rewrite your engines from the ground up to use our new API. Sorry about that. Which is a real pain in the backside. So if you are using an Oculus Rift, for the time being, just stick to the 0.5 SDK. Don't update. Stay on that version of the SDK. There is nothing that Frontier can do about it until Oculus get their act together and figure out how they're going to do this. They really need to get a consistent SDK out there which is going to work for everyone. Before Frontier can really build anything to it. There's no point Frontier putting the time and effort and the money into supporting all of these different versions of the SDK and then Oculus turn around and say, you know what, we've changed it again, sorry, haha. I've, like I said, I've never known a vendor do that. It is pretty wrong that they can turn around and just drop all of the devs in it that have been supporting them from day one. Which is a real shame. But on the plus side, Oculus is not the only VR vendor out there. You've got the HTC Vive, Morpheus on the PlayStation platform and things like that. There are a lot of other VR vendors out on there. So even if Oculus don't decide to fix this problem, there are other places that Frontier can go for their VR support, so don't worry about that. But JMC, yes, JMC Neil, Elite Dangerous is awesome on the DK2. With VR headsets in general, it is just wonderful. It really does add to the game. It makes it feel so much more real. And I really want to get back into the VR as soon as we know who wins the VR race. I think for a long time everyone was pegging Oculus. It was going to be the winner. They were out in front, but they've kind of they're losing their lead. So we'll see. We'll see who comes out on top. When I know who's the best, you will know.
And before Horizons, there's coming another update.
Yeah.
1.5.
Yeah. So we've got the 1.5, which has kind of been earmarked as called ships at the moment. Is the only thing we've heard about it. Sounds like it's going to have a lot of things you can fly in it. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe a few more in there. We know that we've got the was it the Imperial Eagle is coming along soon. There's a couple of new ones. The Federal Dropship Mark II, I believe, is coming along at some point as well.
And the Federal Gunship.
The Federal Gunship, yeah. So there's a lot of new ships coming along at some point. The Cobra Mark IV is going to be coming along in Horizons, I think. So we won't see that one just yet. But lots and lots of ships coming along. So 1.5 is going to be...
People are suspecting the Panther Clipper, I think, for 1.4.
Please.
Oh, it's just so big. You just little bit the little slots.
Yeah.
Can I go through it?
No, you can't.
Just scratching it destroys your ship.
No one's allowed to mention the Panther Clipper because it will cause a squee overload.
That was thrusters that it had in.
On the rotating thrusters. See, even though it was my favourite ship in Frontier Elite 2, there's no doubt. It was big, it was bulky, you couldn't do anything useful with it other than carry lots and lots of cargo. But it was the ultimate ship. It was that status symbol. It was like, yes, I've reached the pinnacle of what you can do in the game. You know, I've got there. I've made millions of credits, and I've got that big ship with the 12 crew members and everything else. It was great. I loved that damn thing, and I cannot wait to be able to fly it again. Now, obviously, it's the one that's been kind of teased and hinted at in the concept art is the Panther Clipper Alex, so it's a slight variation of the original Panther Clipper. But I don't care. It's still a Panther Clipper, and I want it. I want it. Oh, Shanray, yeah, Shanray has hit the nail on the head. That's why everyone wanted it. It could carry the large plasma accelerator. That's why everyone wanted the the Panther Clipper for the big guns. The massive guns it could carry.
Maybe we get even more guns with the 1.5 update, because ships and like level 3 miniguns, or like really huge.
Yeah, that is gonna be. You can imagine this thing with like 2 or 3 huge hard points on it or something like that. It's just ridiculous. Arms
Or
like
like
sorry, go on.
some people are even wishing for ammo racks.
Yes.
So you can, that would be awesome.
Yeah. So that was something that was mentioned very early on during the DDF as well, and it's come up a couple of times on the forums. The idea of sacrificing some of those internal cargo bays for pure ammo racks. So where you've got the railguns with like something that's like 50 slugs in a single canister. I think is the all you get in a railgun currently. So being able to give up, one cargo rack to have 10 or 20 more shots, I think would be a nice little balance. I'd like that. Definitely for the bigger ships, it would be great.
At the Anaconda having like all cargo racks just filled out with ammo racks, just having unlimited ammo.
Just absolutely full to the max. That would be so much
ray
fun.
guns everywhere.
But Arms Like Noodles hit the nail on the head there. It's like, that's what everyone ended up doing with the Panther Clipper, is just fitting it with loads and loads of shields, hitting it on autopilot, and just ramming all of the targets.
Oh.
That wasn't what you were supposed to do, but it's what everyone ended up doing. But yeah, it was great fun. Great fun. Oh, alt cool in there saying it's actually 30 on the railgun. Yeah, I've not used railguns for a while. 50 would be a godsend. But yeah, I mean that's one of the things. I think it would be an interesting balance, that if you could give up just one more cargo slot for like 10 more rounds, how would that feed into the gameplay? Pew 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 pew. Pew. Peacemaker, we need a tech option tab and a software option tab and outfit, and then you have loads of ways to outfit your ship. Well, this is one of the things I'm hoping that the crafting brings into the game, is that you can take existing modules and tweak and tune them. So you can choose to like drop power efficiency to overcharge the laser, or make it like a more focused, more powerful shot, but increases the heat output, that kind of thing. So I'm hoping the crafting allows you to take the existing modules and tweak and tune them and mess around with them. And Dobbo did mention earlier on, sorry, I missed this, I forgot to read this out, but the idea of being able to physically get up in your ship, move to the modules, obviously that's a long way off, but you can imagine that in the first iteration, when we get crafting, you dock at a station, you've got the extra options to go in there and tweak and tune the modules and make them advanced. But when you've got the ability to walk around inside your ship, or you've got multiple crew, you can send someone down to engineering and say, put more power into the engines, boost them up, and it kind of reduces their lifespan. It might maybe cause some engine damage, but at the same time it gives you more thruster power or something for a short time. You can imagine all the possibilities that would come out. I think the only thing to remember is to just be realistic at the time scale of these things. It's not going to appear anytime soon, but it is a possibility. It is an option that Frontier could go down that path and do that, which I think is great.
I'm always so sad when I hear it's a long way off. So, like, there was a post about Walking Around when speculation when it comes out. I think Michael Brooks posted it. He said it's a long way off, and we're just really a long way off.
Yeah, and
I mean, it takes time modeling all those stations, ships.
Yeah.
And the Anaconda is so huge. DT9. Even the Sidewinder is actually really huge, but you don't have a sense of scale right now, except when you're using the development camera.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be one of the great things where you can get up and move around. You can realise that a Sidewinder is like it's like a small apartment. You go through that door behind the pilot's chair, and there's going to be quite a bit there. I think there was an early concept piece which showed the corridor and like a little sleeping pod and like an entertainment area and things like that. There's going to be some great little things you can do just walking around inside a Sidewinder. I mean, how crazy is that? The gameplay you can have from that. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed a question I wanted to read out. Act 3095. Will we ever be able to exit our ships? Yes, we will be at one point. I have no idea when that might come into the game, but yeah, it has been planned. It is possible. It will be possible at some point. It is technically possible within the engine.
Well, we are able to exit our ships in December, around fall.
Yeah,
holiday.
something like that. So we're gonna be jumping into the little SRV vehicles on the surfaces and driving around outside our ships, which would be cool. Conquer UK, am I running Win 10? Yes, I have been running Win 10 for the preview. I've had no issues with Elite. In fact, I've had a few performance bumps from doing it, which has been really, really great to see a little bit of extra performance running on Windows 10. ZR Zone, where do I stand on a Shield Sal Bank debate? There's another debate. I think that says where I stand. It is. There's always going to be a debate on these things because the game's going to be constantly balanced as new features come in and new things get added in and changed. There's always going to be people that like, people that don't, and Frontier are just going to be constantly tweaking and tuning the game. So if you don't like it now, wait a little bit. It'll change, it'll improve. Don't worry about it. There is no point shouting and complaining from the rooftops. Quietly state your reasoning in a calm and logical manner on the forums, and then I think Frontier will listen to you more regularly if you actually talk that way. I think that's the lesson to be learnt there on there. Not by any means saying that's how you're looking at it, but you know, I think that's the mistake that a lot of people make is they see one thing in the game they don't like it. OMG, why is this red? It should be a just off yellow colour instead. Why have you done it? Oh, you're ruining the game. Hashtag flounce, I quit. I can't play the game anymore because there's too much red. Blah 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 blah. And it doesn't go anywhere. No one cares about that, you know. Come up with a reasonable reason why red doesn't work and then you'll be listened to. I think that's the lesson to be learned on the forums. Sorry. Any more questions on there? Planetary Minecrafting from Stephen Usher. Spacecraft, Galaxycraft, Elitecraft.
Well, we have some mineral deposits to find on those planets, so
yeah. So
they're a bit Minecraft.
Yeah, there could be some gameplay that comes out of that, some things you want to do. Finding mineral deposits was one of the things that David Braben mentioned. I just love the fact that I can now, if I've got an SRV, this means I could probably get mining. I might get an MB5. I was such a fan of the MB4 mining machine on Frontier. It was one of those kind of... no one loved it, you know what I mean? I loved the MB4 mining machine on Frontier and on First Encounters. It was wonderful. That feeling of successfully getting there onto that damn planet, landing, deploying the thing, leaving it there for days, and then finding it again, coming back, loading it in, and you've got some gemstones for nothing, basically. It was great. It was a wonderful thing. It was so good. Any more questions on there? There, I see one. Insignificant. Isn't this describing No Man's Sky? There's always going to be a little bit of an overlap on how things go on these kind of games. They're space games. It's kind of like saying, comparing first-person shooter games and saying it's like, I love the guns, and the guns are great, and then someone saying, well, aren't there guns in this first-person shooter? Well, yeah, it's a first-person shooter. So yeah, this. Interesting. We have a commander that is chasing me down. Well, I don't want to lose my bounties, and I'm too busy responding to the chat, so I'm not interested in PvP right now.
I'm actually not really interested in PvP, but I think that's going to change, and I really need to get out of here.
Yeah, he's
oh no,
commander's
oh
just
no.
turned around on there. I'm gonna head to the nearest station anyway. I would rather chat to everyone than engage in PvP right now. I'm not in the mood for it.
Nope. But I think I have really going to have fun with CQC, because I had fun at Gamescom and it was really amazing playing against Ed and other ambassadors. That's fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've got nothing against PvP. If I choose that I want to do it, it's fine. Right now, I don't want the risk. I've got lots of bounties to hand in. I'm gonna go hand those in. That's more important to me right now than getting in a bit of PvP. I think that's the great thing about CQC is that there's zero risk. You can get in it, you can do it, you can enjoy it. You're not losing anything, and it's a perfectly valid option for me to turn around and. Yep, he is on our tail.
It's like the thing you lose your ship and you need to rebuy it. That's the thing that turns me off of
PvP in the main game, which is fine if you want to do that. That's fine. I haven't got a problem with losing the ship, but I won't get the bounty credits back in that I've gathered at the moment. So I'm going to go cash those in because that's what I'm aiming for at the moment is to get the bounty credits.
500,000. That's great.
Yeah, I've got quite a few, so I don't want to lose those right now.
I think I'm getting interdicted soon, so...
Yeah. Oh, are you... let me see if I can navlock to you. Are you...
Don't know how... He's... a little bit glitching around.
Okay. Quick catch up on the questions whilst we're waiting. Oh, Zach just posted about the officially registered player groups. Oh, that's going to be cool. So that's something that Frontier have been trying to work on to make the player groups more kind of forefront of the community and everything like that, which is going to be really, really great. Hopefully I can see that. We've actually only got about 5 minutes left on the stream anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and head on over to Horowitz Hub anyway. Are you okay? You getting close to that now, yeah? Oh, sorry, Marvin, you okay? Yeah?
Hmm? Yeah, okay.
You're just heading up to the station. Yeah, so we've got about 5 minutes left actually, and then I'm going to switch over and host Kate and Andy. Any more questions on there really quickly? Ooh, frame shift drop, thank you very much. I was doing the loop of shame then. No, that helped because I was doing the loop of shame. I just missed the station because I was reading the Twitch chat.
I also missed it a bit. I also read some.
Shanaski, yeah, you've got a point there. It's not fun to just be flying around and people are like, oh, PvP. It's like it's not really interesting unless you want it and you want to go look for it. Riz here, greetings, Commander. You're just coming in. You just as we're about to wrap up everything on there. But I will be hosting Kate very shortly anyway. Which I believe you can find her on there if you don't already follow her. You should follow her. Why don't you follow Kate? Kate's awesome. Oh, Marvin. Felipe is saying there's a girl from Gamescom which is looking for you. Mary, I believe.
What?
What happens in Gamescom stays in Gamescom, Felipe. That's...
I think it's the girl who just came back all the time to the stand.
Oh, I think I saw a picture of her actually. I think I was ill the first night where she was there, so I didn't see her first. Tolmart, sorry I didn't see you there. Farewell, Tolmart. Thanks for joining in tonight. Felipe's asking if he can hand out your email to this girl.
I already gave her my commander name.
Oh, there you go.
So
right, let's go ahead and dock, and then we will check out. Whoa. There we go. So we've made a few credits tonight. I think we've had a good run, and not too much trouble.
Okay.
I think we've covered off all of the bits and pieces we wanted to talk tonight. Was there any other bits that you wanted to give a shout out for? I mean, other than the Gamescom, everything else we've gone over tonight. I think we've pretty much gone over everything, haven't we?
I think we covered everything.
Yeah.
We covered Horizons.
We could talk for multiple streams about Horizons.
I really could. Yeah, I really could.
Well, I think I should say that hopefully I can get some more of the Gamescom ambassadors on. I mean, it was really wonderful to meet up with you guys and just share the passion of the game, which is really, really great. And hopefully we can do it again soon. I mean, I know there's more events coming up. Frontier would definitely be interested in getting you guys along to do it again. So it would be, wonderful to meet up with everyone again. It'd be awesome. But hopefully I can get some more of the ambassadors in, like I said. Well, thank you very much, Marvin, for coming on tonight. It was really, really great to have you on and chatting about the game. And I think people can see that it's just, when you get in a room and you've got that passion about the game, it's just great to talk about it, isn't it? It's really fun.
It's really awesome. No problem. You could. I can come back soon.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, there is no limit on a one-time thing. You can come back as many times as you wish. And Reinhard, I can see you in the chat. You have to come back on at some point as well. Maybe if we have a late-night stream, we can get as many of the ambassadors in one stream together. It would be crazy. It would be noisy, but there would be drinking. It would be fun. And thank you very much for Ratking and Britain and Nileb for the UA thing. That was wonderful to see that. Hopefully you guys got a little bit of a sneaky peek that you haven't seen before, and we can show some more things like that in the future. I'm hoping that we will have some sneaky updates for 1.4 and 1.5 when it comes available. That would be really, really great in the future. But there we go. So thank you very much again, Marvin. Thank you everyone in the chat for joining tonight. It was wonderful to have you on. But until next time, see you in the void, Commanders.
See you.